Water is a book everyone should read at least once in their lives. Announcement for a lot of people reading this thread. Many of the books mentioned here are in the public domain and in audiobook form. Geo through YouTube/Random House/Audible/Overdrive for all the classical goodness you want. It almost totally eliminates the financial/time commitment that many will cite for not picking them up. I'll listen to books on double speed all the damn time. I'm working my way through A Tale of Two Cities now. Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl. Surprised I haven't seen it here already, so I'll add it. The Brothers Karamazov by Dostoevsky. In Slaughterhouse-Five, Vonnegut said it could teach everything that we needed to know about life, except that wasn't enough anymore. Edit. Brothers to Brothers. The Phantom Tollbooth. Janiah's got his gun. It is so intense, but it is so good. Metallica's Song 1 is based off this book. Guy has his arms and legs blown off, goes blind and deaf, and is left to live like that. I only read it once, but it is forever ingrained into my memory. It hits you like a freight train. All Quiet on the Western Front. Everyone should have to reckon with the reality of what war actually means. Night, by Elie Wiesel. It is absolutely heart-wrenching, and I hated every moment of reading it, which is exactly the effect it is supposed to have. The Westing Game. The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. Such a great book. The giver that book made my 9 to 10-year-old mind really think about what was important in society. It was the first time the idea of or things having a negative consequence was presented to me. I think what makes it work is that we are learning how this whole society really works alongside a character who has lived in it his whole life. As the facade of the utopian society begins to fall away, to show devastating consequences of the Alarep effect, life and Soria Toyo, the reader not only feels their shock, but the main character's shock. This was a book I read in school 4 times, once in 5th grade, and once in 10th for English, and then in both high school and college sociology classes. This book, written for 9 to 13-year-olds, made for great discussions. Matilda, or Witches by Roald Dahl. Catch-22. War and Peace. I love that book. There are no villains, just people with good and bad in them, like all of us. I think sometimes that almost everyone I have ever met has been like one of the characters in War and Peace. The Grapes of Wrath and Door of Mice and Men. Both are heartbreaking, but not for the sake of being heartbreaking. Instead, they provide a glimpse of how freaking hard life can be, but also how beautiful it can be. Super late to the party, but The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. His plays are great too if you're looking for less serious and lighter reads. Flowers for Algernon. Watership Down. The Stranger by Albert Camus. The Princess Bride. My friends and I read this in high school in 1977. Everyone had a favorite part, literally something for everyone. When the movie came out I was happy, and I love it too, but the book has so much more. Journey to the Center of the Earth. It's just for any age. Asterisk The Marty and Chronicles asterisk by R. Bradbury. A cycle of short stories which is accessible, adventurous and humanizing. Frankenstein. It is a classic for a reason, and no movie adaptation has ever really done it justice. Crime and Punishment. Dostoevsky. May sound weird, but I really enjoyed The Last Unicorn by Peter S. Beagle. A Short History of Nearly Everything by Bill Bryson. Brave New World. A Driver's Education Manual. Use Your Blinkers, Megan. Don Quixote fueled my optimism as a college student and showed how your own madness can affect the world around you. And then there were None by Agatha Christie. A quick and mind-stimulating read that will keep you engaged throughout. Treasure Island still holds up and is very fun. The Outsiders. The Very Hungry Caterpillar. By Eric Carroll. Edit. Well, this blew up. Thanks for all the awards, kind strangers. I know this book isn't like the other great novels listed, but it definitely brings me back to when I was a kid and my parents read it to me. The Hobbit. It's just such a nice book. My dad always told us that it was really important to read How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie before we turn 18 years old. I'm 29 and I have still not read it BTW. But my dad says it's good. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. To Kill a Mockingbird. ****The Demon Haunted World by Carl Sagan. Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee. It's a book about Native Americans. Best thing I've ever read. If there is one novel you should read before you die, it is Don Quixote***. The Nigerian author Ben Okri said at the Norwegian Nobel Institute as he announced the results of history's most expansive authors poll. Don Quixote has the most wonderful and elaborated story, yet it is simple. Dracula. One of the first horror novels to successfully use a reader's own imagination and to really build suspense. Told through diaries and accounts from characters within the story, rather than an omniscient narrator. I read it in one night.